Hey everyone and welcome. My name is Mike, and if you have, well, ears, you've probably heard of one of the most startling disappearances in recent times. On October 15th, 2018, a 911 operator received a phone call from the Closs residence in Barron County, Wisconsin. Upon police arrival, they found parents James and Denise Closs dead and their 13-year-old daughter Jayme Closs missing. As of this video, more than a month later, we are no closer to uncovering what happened that night or where Jayme Closs is. At 12:53 a.m., a phone call linked to Denise Closs's phone was made to the 911 operator. There was nobody on the line, but in the background, the operator could hear a lot of disturbance and shouting. After the call ended, a dispatch log released indicated that several attempts by the operator to reach the 911 caller went unanswered. Police arrived at the Closs residence 4 minutes later and saw the door was kicked in, although later relatives would say it was shot in. Inside the house, they found the bodies of James and Denise Closs, both having been killed by gunshot wounds. And there was absolutely no sign in the house of their 13-year-old daughter, Jayme. No gun was recovered from the scene of the crime. The family dog was there and still alive. It was also determined that Jayme would have been in the house at the time of the incident. The Barron County Sheriff's Office issued an Amber Alert for Jayme that day, immediately launching an investigation that would garner national attention.
Now to that nationwide search for a missing 13-year-old.
Police today intensified the search for a missing 13-year-old girl from western Wisconsin.
Since 13-year-old Jayme Closs went missing from her home in Barron, Wisconsin.
Breaking headline this evening, authorities a short time ago before the cameras taking questions in the nationwide search for a missing 13-year-old girl.
As the investigation continues, the small town of Barron in western Wisconsin is trying to cope with a double homicide as people still have to wonder, where is missing Jayme?
Within days, authorities had conducted hundreds of interviews in search of both the missing teen and answers to her parents' death. Jayme was ruled out as a suspect in the murder of her parents, Barron County Sheriff Chris Fitzgerald confirmed. The sheriff urged people across the country to be on high alert, as the young girl is believed to be in danger. "I'm telling you, Jayme is missing and endangered," Fitzgerald said, adding investigators believe the teen was at home at the time of the murders.
We are continuing to work with agencies, local, state, the Department of Criminal Investigation, the FBI. We have every resource that is available across the nation working this case.
Officials have combed the area around the house and beyond with the help of thousands of volunteers, yet the searches came up empty. Helicopters circled the area looking for clues that would have been hidden by the leaves on trees, but they found absolutely nothing. Interestingly, a next-door neighbor said she heard two shots ring out seconds apart at 12:31 a.m. that night. It was just
I heard one shot, and then the second shot was even louder yet.
If her timeline is correct, that would mean that the parents were likely killed 20 minutes before the 911 call was made. So the shouting and yelling heard by the 911 operator on the phone, it must have been regarding Jayme, as her parents were probably dead at that point. The FBI believe she was taken away at gunpoint. So far, authorities have received more than 2,100 tips in relation to the case, following up on every single one. Authorities released 3 images of 2 vehicles of interest in connection with Jayme's disappearance. The Barron County Sheriff's Office was unable to detail what led them to these vehicles, but said they had determined the vehicles were in the area of the Closs home at the time of the incident.
We have determined 2 vehicles that were in the Closs home, near the Closs home, at the time of the incident. You'll see 3 photos up here. The first vehicle is likely a 2008 to 2014 Dodge Challenger, red or orange in color. The second vehicle is likely either a 2006 to 2010 Ford Edge Black or a 2004 to 2010 Acura MDX black in color. Again, I want to stress these are vehicles of interest only. If anyone sees or has seen these 2 vehicles in or around Barron County over the past 2 weeks, they are asked to call our tip line with the time it was observed, location, and license plate number if available.
Jennifer Smith, Jayme's aunt, said, "We just can't think of anybody or anything. That's the puzzling part. Every day and every night, trying to come up with who would have done this horrifying thing to them. I just have no answers."
To whoever may know where Jayme is, please contact the Barron County Sheriff Department. Jayme, we need you here with us to fill that hole we have in our hearts. We all love you to the moon and back, and we will never stop looking for you.
They had no enemies, at least none that anyone is aware of. The parents both worked stable jobs at the nearby turkey plant. Kenneth Maines, a detective and cold case consultant, said a stranger abduction with 2 murders inside the home is uncommon. If the ultimate goal was kidnapping or sex trafficking, Maines said, it wouldn't be necessary to kill the parents. You may kill them because they know who you are, or because the purpose is to kill them and not the kidnapping. It is an extraordinary step, and it is done for a specific purpose not related to the kidnapping. So far, there are no motives, leads, or clues as to what happened and why and where Jayme is now. As hunting season begins, hunters were asked to be on the lookout for possible clues that would lead to Jayme Closs they might find out in the woods. With no suspects, no sighting of Jayme, and scarce physical evidence 1 month after the murders, Barron police are scrutinizing the few clues they have, starting with the mysterious 911 call and a front door riddled with bullet holes. The county sheriff said he still believes that Jayme is alive, despite the amount of time that has passed since she was reported missing. About 25 tips pour in daily. Recently, it was announced that the investigative force will be cut in half going forward, from 200 to 100, as the journey to find Jayme Closs enters a new phase. The focus is now online communications and messaging apps.
We're following up on phones, we're following up on social media. That's where the expertise of both the Department of Criminal Investigation and the FBI experts come into play. They're going through that. You never know what will bring Jayme home, so please call in your tips.
The FBI has placed Jayme on their kidnappings and missing persons list, and is also offering a $25,000 reward for information on her whereabouts. With the help of Jenny O Turkey Store, the Closs parents' former employer, the Barron County Sheriff's Office is offering an additional $50,000 reward for information on Jayme's case. There are multiple theories as to what could have happened that night, ranging from drug dealing to enemies to people maybe Jayme met online. Not really gonna get into them because it's only been a month and when we know so little. But if more information comes out, maybe I'll cover it in a future video. Thanks for watching. Mike out.